third-round selection in last year's draft, and he is now going to be the main rock toter in Tampa. Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, Rachaad White from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How are you, sir?
How y'all doing? Thanks for having me on. I'm doing good.
Thank you for hanging on. I was late getting to you. I appreciate you called. You called in right on time. Very impressive as a second-year player in the National Football League.
Yeah. I'm actually crazy. I'm training right now though because I got my times mixed up, but it's all good though. Like it's not a big deal.
Okay, hold on a second now.
It's
all right,
important to me
because you don't. And by the way, I appreciate that. So where are you training? Walk me through, like exactly what you're doing. This is, if I'm not mistaken, I want to get this right. I want to get this right. You are 6 days shy of having to report. So what do you got for me on that front?
Honestly, so I left. So right now I've been going 2 days since my field trainer. I flew him out here. He's from California. Since I flew him out here.
Yep.
Last Wednesday, I've been going 2 days since like last Wednesday, like during the week, like Monday through Friday. I've been going like 2 days since he's been here. So right now we just on the field. We do a lot of like different movement, things like that. We put a little emphasis on every day of different stuff. Some days running back stuff, some days receiver stuff, and other days just flexibility and mobility things. So today it's like a receiver, things like that, because of course I want to take my receiver game out the backfield and as well as spread out and empty and things like that to a whole nother game. So,
Well, I mean, just how jacked you must be to have this opportunity right here in front of you, Rachaad White, right? I mean, walk me through that sense of excitement you have.
It's like excitement as well as like, I don't know, like for me, it's always like, nothing's guaranteed in life. So it's like excitement as well as fun and as well as like, it's a lot of work to do. So it's more to me about, like you said, it's a great opportunity. And I understand that, but I understand like it's a lot of work I got to be done, a lot of work that got to be put into it. And for me, just I've been looking ever since I came in, the histories of Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what I'm trying to of running backs and things like that here and what I'm trying to accomplish this year and obviously moving forward in my career. So, I know it's a great opportunity ahead of me, and, I'm going to be really ready for it.
So, you're studying the history of Tampa Bay Buccaneer running backs? Okay. You want to –
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
Just more. I was just more about like Warren Dunn and obviously Doug Martin and Mike Allstott and all that, and the guys like that. And
Cadillac, you got a little.
Obviously the
Cadillac.
Cadillac for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Cadillac for sure.
Okay.
All of the guys. So just understanding and where I'm trying to be. Obviously here and what I'm trying to do. Obviously playing with great guys like Mike and him being a franchise leader and, yards. And then you got Chris and receptions. And there's just all kinds of, like, crazy things that's here. So, of course, I want to be on that list when it's all said and done. So I'm not too, far, of course, ahead of myself. But, just understanding where I'm trying to go every day, writing things down.
So how are you maybe different having gone through a season now? What do you got for me on that front?
Obviously, just like you said, going through a season, just, another age older, just growing, just maturing, just understanding the little different nuances of the game, as in, what I should do, this and that, how I should go about watching film, what I'm looking for, especially in the last season. I remember talking to one of my guys, very close coach to mine, which he's now our quarterback coach named Dad Lewis. And me and him, and I talked to the video guys, and like just putting all my runs together from last year. Every time, obviously my runs and my pass protection when they blitz and things like that, and get them out to me and just me rewatching and going over, just watching over the tape and things like that, like the good and the bad and things like that. So just like you said, maturing, and at the end of the day, just having fun.
What's your best Brady story about you maybe picking something up or him causing you to pick something up from the game or him telling you something that you did pick up? You got something about a learning process for you? Best Brady story on that front, Rachaad White, at all?
Honestly, it's a lot of great stories. We see what TB brings to the game, Brady brings to the game. The most intriguing thing that I've seen is, for sure, him just how he could easily switch up the cadence no matter what. Like, we break the huddle, the cadence might be this, but then, it's little cold words, and we all on the same page, and him just being able to switch up the cadence, and then he'll get the defense, like, the safety is going to blitz from far, but him switching up the cadence, he'll see this, so he'll just switch the protection. Just seeing things like that, I mean, I ain't seen a quarterback and do that. Like, there's no quarterback even in the game right now that does that like him, so or has that just that sense of understanding of the game that he has. So for me, just seeing that as a young player and understanding, what all it takes to study the game and things like that, just Brady knowing what's going to happen before it happened was for me, it's like amazing to see.
What do you mean he knew what was going to happen before it would happen? What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that, like I said, like he would switch up the cadence, but like in all honesty, he already knew. So whatever, say they was going to double blitz, or say they was going to blitz the Mike and the nickel. He would switch up the cadence, but he would already, like, kind of know it's going to come. So if he switched the cadence, or even if he did switch the cadence up, he would be like, he'd be like, hey, easy. Actually, we're going to Mike out to here. Like, we're going to switch the protection. We're going to Mike to here. Or they going to send a cat. So Brady will let you know, like, if you the running back in the backfield with him, he'd be like, like, that cornerback is coming. Just things like that. It was just like mind-blowing to me. With all that was on his plate as well as a quarterback, like just him knowing things was going to happen before it happened.
Before it would happen. Did you ever piss him off, Rachaad? Rookie mistake, piss him off? You got a good story there, Rachaad White, at all?
Yeah. I mean, I believe I pissed him off. It was one game, but it was like me and my guy Smitty Donovan Smith. It was like a collective unit, and obviously we had a protection and. The Will, my backer, walked up on the line of scrimmage, so of course I knew I was going to him. But my guy Smitty, he like flashed out to the Will like he was gonna pick him up. So then I went to his guy, but then he had like came back and recovered his guy, and the Will was kind of set free because I couldn't recover back to the Will. So he was kind of really upset at first, but and he snapped. But then he was just like we just talked about on the sideline.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, okay, I understand." Like all three of us talked about it. He was just understanding, like, "Okay."
A collective unit. I like that, Rachaad. That's a good one. That is funny. Yeah. But hey, look, you learn and you grow and you get better, and you definitely got stronger and better as the season went along. What do you think is your ability to be the bell cow here? Because you are number one atop the depth chart. I know you say you don't take anything for granted, but Fournette is gone. You're there. This is it. This is your show on that front, Rachaad. How are you getting yourself ready for that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just reshaped my body. I believe last year I was around like 217 or so, during the season, 216, 217. And this year, me and my strength and conditioning coaches at the Bucs, we put together a plan and where I kind of said I wanted to be. And obviously us doing a lot of testing with me being that weight, which we was like, gaining at least like whatever 5 to 10 more pounds of muscle would be bad for you because you're an explosive guy. So we end up gaining about 8. I mean, I was 216, 217. I'm up to about 222 now, 221. So I mean, honestly, just grinding, just being explosive, and like you said, just understanding like the opportunity is here. So like, yeah, I mean, it's your show. You got a great opportunity. I think the team that we got is great. Like put in place for what we got and what we got going on in NFC and our division. So. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for sure. I mean, Bucs haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher in a long time, and I plan on being that 1,000-yard rusher this year. Okay.
And so you would know that since you said you were studying the running back group or the history of the Buccaneers. And from your perspective, point of view, rest of your teammates, this is a quarterback competition between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask that starts in about a week. Rachaad?
Yeah. So, great competition. At the end of the day, what I like about them both is though, like they both help each other out. They're not both they're not too good for each other. Like with the competition, is tell them what they seen and this like that, and they both take it of what they seen and what they would have did or things like that. So it's a great competition, and they both really good, great competitors, honestly. And they both just, of course, different personalities, but they both go out there, they have fun, they compete, and they let it all hang loose. So it'd be good to see who comes out and win it.
Did you hear what your teammate Antoine Winfield Jr. had to say about maybe the team contacting Brady? behind the scenes? Did you hear about that one, Rachaad?
Yeah, I mean, I have seen it. I've seen it.
What'd you think?
I have seen it.
What do you think?
I mean, I just think, probably was contacting or was a possibility. I don't know when, but of course they probably didn't want to see him go. After, he said he was leaving. But of course, I mean, at the end of the day, I just think a lot of people, when he said he was retiring, probably was contacting him and things like that. I mean, it was a lot of things. So of course it would. And he can still throw the ball. Far distance, velocity, was great on the ball still. I mean, he still can play, but I mean, I just know he's happy at what he's doing. You could just tell he enjoying his retirement, and I just don't believe he's coming back. But yeah, I think it's a possibility they probably was, and other teams as well was probably approaching him.
Yeah, no. In the meantime, it's year 2 for you, Rachaad, and I know I'm asking a question that's down the road for you, but you saw what happened with Saquon and Josh Jacobs yesterday or Monday, where they did not get long-term deals. Your colleague Leonard Fournette is still a free agent. Same with Ezekiel Elliott. Same with Kareem Hunt. And part of the reason why is because there are kids like you, third-round picks, that come out in year 2 suddenly take over a starting role. How are you approaching what has occurred in the running back market in the NFL right now, Rachaad?
I'm taking it, day by day. Obviously, you're going to take it year by year. Obviously, it's up to me anyway. I got to go out there and prove who I am and what I believe I am and what I can bring to the table anyway. And obviously, stay healthy and things like that. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing. But, yeah, I mean, I believe them guys should be paid. They some of the best players in the NFL, especially when you think of the best players in the NFL, regardless of the position. I mean, they top of their position. They want some of the best players on offense or in the NFL in general. They should be paid like all the other, best players in the NFL, regardless of position. So I'm for sure with you on that. And then, it's just all about, I think it just varies. A lot of people think it's probably going to just, be down for a minute. But I don't know, it varies. Like my draft, we didn't have nobody go first round, but then this year you got 2 backs that go first round, top 15 and things like that. So, I mean, you just take it how you take it. Like I said, I believe them guys should get paid. At the end of the day, I know them guys both love football, and I know they going to play ball.
Okay. And what are you? Are you 1,000? What do you got for me? You got that, Rachaad?
Yeah, I mean, my godpop say I'm 1,000. For me, honestly, I'm shooting more for at least 1,400, 1,450 rushing, and at least to about 600, 700 receiving. So, yeah, my godpops believe I'm 1,000, no, but I wouldn't put it past me. For sure.
What does he say to you? Does he talk Roger Craig, Marshall Faulk? Is that what he talks to you about? What does he say?
Yeah, he talk like, I don't know. He thinks I'm taller, the way my body is to seek back. So he always said like Eric Dickerson. He always said other like great legends like that I reminded him of, like Edgerrin James and the guys like that. Which that's great company. Honestly, at the end of the day. So you can't really complain and things like that if you believe in that. But I believe I'm Rachaad White. So yeah, for sure I'm aiming for that.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just aiming to win. We win. I'm doing my job.
Okay. Well, you go back to training. I appreciate you taking time out. What's next? As soon as you hang up, what are you doing? What do you got?
As soon as I hang up, I got a few more routes from the route tree to run out on the field, and then my daughter with my nanny at the crib. And, I'll just spend the rest of the day with my daughter, and we take it day by day.
How old is she?
We just go outside and kick it.
What's her name?
So
How old?
Should be 2, August 25th.
What's her name?
Nevaeh. Her name Nevaeh Michelle White. Nevaeh Michelle White.
Okay. All right. So she's turning 2. What do we got here? What are we watching on the tube? What do we got at age 2? I forget. My kids have been older than that for a while. What's on TV?
Honestly, we got we got Baby Shark, Baby Finn.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you got all kinds of stuff. Movies, Moana. I mean, I can keep going and naming them.
Are we Peppa Pig? We doing any Peppa Pig right now yet? Any Paw Patrol? What do we got? Any of that?
Nah, I mean Paw Patrol is cool. She liked the little cartoon show named Bluey.
Okay, all right.
Things like that.
Blue's Clues and stuff like that. Okay. Again, I'm 7 years clear of 2-year-olds, so You go have fun. You go crush it. And let's talk during the season. Let's go ahead. Let's do that. Okay?
Oh, of course.
Rachaad,
thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
No, of course. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. That's Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Getting ready for, let me do the math. I'm not good. 2,100 all scrimmage yard season?
Oh, 2,000 plus.
Yeah.
That's a top 10 fantasy back. Let's go.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.